What is up, YouTube? It's Midwest Raider, and I'm coming at you with another video. It's kind of a question and answer video where some people out there asked me some questions, and I was very excited to get some feedback to them. I've been super busy the last week or so. It's June, going into July. This is a busy time for everybody's going on vacation, everybody's having summer parties, everybody's doing everything, getting away. It's summertime, guys, so I've been super busy, plus at my other job, I've been super busy. So I've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm trying to respond to everybody as fast as possible out there. If I haven't responded to you, I will get there. Just give me a little time. But the best way to answer this question for the party that asked me was to just go ahead and make a quick video about it. So let me get started once again. So the question was more about the ProReck systems. So I made videos on the ProReck Club 3000 and the ProReck Club 3200 systems. I've done full reviews and full everything on them. Go back, check those videos out. But the question was what I really thought about the ProReck 3200 subs. Now, let me just put this out there. I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not promoting anything that I don't think needs to be promoted. I'm not getting paid to make these videos. Everything is true, honest, and accurate according to my opinion. So if I make a video on anything, it is my honest opinion, guys. I'm making honest reviews. I'm not promoting anything that I don't think needs to be promoted. If I thought it was junk, I would tell you. Trust me, I will tell you if I don't like it, okay? But honestly, I really do like both systems. They both do separate things good, but the edge for subs is the 3200. The 3200, of course, is not available right now. Hopefully, it'll come back out soon. They told me that end of June, beginning of July, it should be back out on the market. I can't guarantee anything. That's just what customer service told me, and so hopefully it'll come back out and you guys will be able to purchase those. But yes, the 3200 subs do sound better than the 3000s in my opinion. And only because I think they built the box better. The box is rectangular, it's bigger, so it gives those subs a little bit more room to breathe. They're slanted, so it projects the sound up a little bit. So it definitely gives you that sound projection. There's a little bit more watts according to the specs. So of course they should sound better because they have more power, right? So those are my opinions on that. And then the 3000s, the box is smaller, it was square, not as much room, a little less power on watts. So I think that kind of speaks for itself. The 3200s definitely have a little bit of an edge over the 3000s, but the 3000s sound good. The only thing I said in all my reviews is that they were just lacking on a type of music. If you're playing constant rap and you're not mixing it up, then rap songs have that constant bass, that beat, that thump, different hertz ranges. They'll change it up. It's almost like having that bass CD back in the day that you just put in your car and just listen to bass all day, So if you're just listening to straight rap, hip hop all the time, those speakers I don't think perform as good as the 3200. So they're still good speakers, but just not for that genre, okay? If you listen to that nonstop. If you're playing a little bit of everything, then the 3000 system is great, especially if you have two subs or mix and match or whatever you want to do. That system will work good for you as well. Okay, so like I said, both systems do something a little bit different. And then if you're talking about the arrays, that's another story. So the arrays on the 3000 are, in my personal opinion, a little bit better than the linear arrays on the 3200. So just depends on what you're looking for and where you're going. But if we're talking about subs, yes, the 3200 subs are a little bit better than the 3000s. So sorry, my phone was doing something weird there. But the next thing, guys, so the next thing I want to bring to you is question number 2. He said, can I hook up powered speakers to the 3200s? Yes, you can. And I'll go over that really quick with you guys. So if you have a powered speaker, I don't have the particular model he was asking about. He was asking about Mackie Thump 15s. My only thing, first of all, is if you were using a Mackie Thump 15, that's a pretty big speaker. This is a 12. This is a EV12, and you see it's, you know, perfectly proportionate. Okay, if you had a 15, you're gonna have this giant cabinet 15 on here and that little sub down there, because that's only a 12. Okay, so depending on your opinion on looks, I don't think that will look right on that. You'd have this big cabinet 15 and a little sub down there. To me, I don't think that would look good, but if you're not concerned about looks or aesthetics and stuff like that, then it'll work fine, because you'll still be able to hook that up. Okay, so anyways, let's go to my next point. So I looked at the back of the Mackie 15, and it has these combo jacks. That's why I'm using the speaker as an example. So it has the quarter jack to XLR combo jacks. These jacks are mono. Okay, so that's going to be a big point in a second here. You have to use a mono cable when you're hooking this up. So the only way you can hook this up is through RCAs from the if you're going to use the ProReck unit. Okay, if you're going to use a mixer with a bunch of outputs, then you could probably use whatever you want. Okay, so if you're running your laptop to a mixer, or you're running your laptop to a controller, if you're running your laptop to a mixer, you're going to have all kinds of outputs. So then you could just hook straight into these and then hook into your subs. If you're running your controller or a laptop to the ProReck system, then the only way you can come out of the ProReck system is through RCAs. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So so here's your input. So that would be coming out of your mixer, or it could be coming out of your laptop, but this is your input here, right here, and then these are your outputs. Those are the only outputs on this system to hook up to anything else. So the ProReck system itself, no matter if it's the 3000 or the 3200, there's only one RCA output. Okay, because all the other outputs are for passive speakers. Okay, so if you wanted to use other passive speakers, you can, as long as they're around 200 watts, no matter if it's a sub or a cabinet speaker. You want to stay 200 watts or under for it to power them correctly. Okay, so you have to use RCAs out of there. So they make RCA. They make all kinds of RCA cables. Okay, so they make RCA to quarter jack. They make RCA to XLR. The best thing that I would use is, I have this particular model, is RCA. This is the double. So RCA to quarter jack monos. Okay, and I think it's the only thing that'll work for the combos. Okay, the combos are monos, so you have to put a mono into this. So you'd run this from your ProReck, and then you'd plug it just one into your speaker, and then technically this would go to your other speaker. Okay, you could also link out to your other speaker. Okay, but technically, if you still wanted a stereo type feed, I guess, a left and right, you would have to go with this one to your other speaker. So that's why I would get a long cable. This is about 20-foot cable. And then you could use this to go to your other speaker. Or, like I said, you could link out. Okay, so you could do that too. But the only thing that'll work in this particular speaker is a mono. Okay, and the difference between mono and stereo, I'll show this real quick too. Mono cable, one band, one channel, one black band. Stereo, two black bands. It's got left and a right. Okay, and that's why there's two bands. Stereo, mono. Okay, so So if you use this in here, it's going to cut out your mid-range. So you're going to hear highs, lows, but you won't hear the voice. You won't hear the singer's voice. It'll be muffled. I don't know why it does that, but it will. So you'll lose the mid-range, and it won't sound right. Okay, you'll hear music coming out of it, but you'll lose the singer's voice and you'll hear everything else. It's kind of weird, but that's what it does. Okay, so if you use a mono cable, fine, everything will work fine. Okay, got to use a mono cable though. Okay, so I showed you, this is probably your best bet. Okay, with the mono. Okay, so that's what worked for me, and then I was able to hook this up with the ProReck 3200. Like I said, this is a 12, and you know, it still looks pretty good. But like I said, if you had a giant 15 on there, I think it would look a little weird, just a little bit. Okay, so that's my personal opinion. Okay, so you can hook it up however you like, but it will work is the point. My other thing is, so then I hooked up this Rockville, which has your normal quarter jack input. It's not a combo, it's not both, it's just the single. This will accept both. So when I say that, it'll accept either or. It'll accept stereo, or it'll accept the mono cable as well. And you know, I put that cable, here it is. So it'll accept either one of these on this one. So no matter what, however I hooked it up, it worked. It could use the mono, or it could use the stereo jack. Okay, on the normal quarter jack connection. Okay, so hopefully that helps you, and it lets you know that you can hook that up. Of course, you're gonna have to plug them in separate and all that kind of stuff, but you can definitely hook them up together and they'll work. Like I said, if you're using a mixer, it might help better, because it might be a better thing, because then you have so many more outputs and everything on your mixer that you just, you know, hook right into your mixer and then run all your speakers out of your mixer, and then you can also run, you know, quarter jack or XLR to your sub, you know, RCA to your ProReck, or you know, however you're going to do it. But a mixer would probably be the better way to go. But if you just want to go straight into the ProReck, and then the way that I'm showing you, it is possible to do. You just have to have the right cables, okay? And you have to use mono. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work on the Mackie Thump, okay? So other than that, I just wanted to bring you one more tip, since I have these speakers out, basically about, you can kind of see craziness right now. This is an Electro Voice EX12, which I don't know what they go for now, but I know when I bought it, it was $600 plus, maybe even close to the $700. And then this is a Rockville 12 that is like $200. So there's a big price difference in these speakers. But my point is, the reason why I purchased stuff is not because I'm trying to have the biggest and best stuff. It's because how useful is it to me? When you're buying equipment, you shouldn't be buying equipment to have the best equipment according to DJs around the world. It should be buying equipment for how it's going to work for you. In all honesty, how does it work for you? Is it work? Is it easy to set up? Is it saving you time setting up? Is it worth the value for how much money you make? You know, not all of us can spend crazy amounts of money, and this stuff is very expensive. Now, yes, I will say, you know, these Electro Voices are awesome. I'm not saying that they're not. I love the way it sounds, and I love the way its usefulness, and that's the reason why I bought this. It's not because I wanted to buy a $700 speaker, because you see right here that I have a $200 speaker. You know, this $200 speaker works good for what I use it for. It's because how useful this speaker could be for me if I need it. And I'll show you the reason why I bought the speaker. Not because it's an Electro Voice, not because it sounds good, which is kind of dumb to say because that's the reason why you want some of these speakers, right? Is because they sound awesome. No, it's because this has a 3.5 millimeter jack. That is really rare to see on a speaker. And when I was thinking ahead when I bought this, I'm like, how many ways can I use that speaker? I can use it in so many ways. I can use this speaker just by itself in case of an emergency. If I don't have my quarter jacks, if I don't have my XLR cables, what about if I was going to a gig and one of my XLR cables crapped out or one of my quarter jacks didn't work? I can go to any store, any gas station in America, and they'll have a 3.5 millimeter jack cable. Okay, I can go to any Walmart and they'll have a RCA to quarter jack or RCA to 3.5 millimeter jack, and I can use that input on this speaker no matter what. I have splitters. I have 3.5 millimeter splitters. I have 3.5 millimeter cables. But if I needed to go get one on a jam, I can go to any gas station or any Walmart, and they'll be, because Walmart's open 24 hours, I can go to that store and I can pick that cable up. You can't go to Guitar City late. You can't go to music stores late because they close, early. They close maybe 6 o'clock. So no matter what time of the day, I can go buy that cable and I can plug into the speaker. So that was my biggest selling point on the speaker, is how I could use it. So I think my point is, no matter what you're spending your money on, just make sure it's worth whatever you're spending it on. I get so excited about new stuff that comes out, and I want to get it so bad, but then I say to myself, okay, well, how is that going to help me do my job? How is that going to make me a good DJ? How is that going to make me perform better? How is that going to impress my crowd better? And having nice equipment is awesome, but a lot of people don't know anything about our equipment. In all honesty, the only people you might impress is other DJs. But really, do you need the way you can impress other DJs is by playing good music, by performing well, by being a good DJ. So no matter what equipment you have, if you like it, if you can use it correctly, if you can jam out on it, then that stuff's going to work for you. So I guess that's my rant and rave added to this video about equipment. I do like having really awesome equipment, I'm not gonna lie, but I always weigh the cost over how I'm gonna use it. If I'm not gonna use it, I don't need it. I have some tractor equipment that was really expensive that I don't use, so there's no point in having it. If I'm not going to practice on it all the time or use it, I'll probably use some of the, like, I have tractor equipment that like the smaller controllers that I use more than a big S4 or S2 or whatever, and I'm like, why do I have that? I should probably get rid of that and apply that money to something I'm going to use more. So yes, it's cool to have awesome equipment, but at the same time you got to weigh the price, weigh how you're going to use it, and all that good stuff to help you out in the future. Okay, guys, so that's my little tip, my little rant, my rave, and sorry I went on a tangent, but I think that's good information and insight to what I think, guys. So I appreciate you tuning in. I hope this answers questions out there. If you guys have questions, concerns, comments, I want to thank everybody for the positive feedback I've been getting on my channel, for the videos that I make. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you for the support. I want to thank you for keeping questions coming and watching my videos, guys. So thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your summer, guys. I will keep trying to make videos, and any questions, concerns, ideas for videos, keep them coming, guys. Thank you so much. DJ Martini Midwest Raider here on YouTube. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys later.